Hi, welcome to Age Restore January release. This release, we're going to be focusing on a full body restoration as well as sneaking peeks into some mobility that we typically see as problem areas, but also some balancing that's a little bit more familiar that you might see in the Age Strong and the H2O January releases as well. Our warm-up is going to start seated in the chair. We're going to move into strength and balance, where we'll be standing, working on both strength and balance in different positions. And then we'll finish in reconditioning, where we'll end up on the floor. And if any of that doesn't feel right for you, you're welcome to take a seat in the chair, take a break whenever you need it, and then transition at whatever time works for you. Some tools that you might need is the chair, a mat, and a block today for this release. You kind of get to pick what works well for you and at your own time. Again, one more time, if at any time you need to take a break, feel free to do so. But before we get into it, I want to get you all relaxed, so go ahead and take a big seat down, and I'm going to hit play. So sitting in the chair. So as you sit in the chair, I want you to scooch all the way forward. With the feet firmly placed on the floor, knees right above the ankles, sit up nice and tall, shoulders down and back, rest the eyes. Inhale through the nose, and exhale out the mouth slowly. Focusing on your belly button expanding away, and then pulling back in. As you do this, see if you can sit up just a little bit taller. Continuing to breathe in and out. And as you do this, and we focus on breath, you start relaxing the body, relaxing the mind. Here, inhaling and exhaling nice and slow. Now do one more deep breath in. Exhale and relax. You're going to take the chin, point it towards the center of the room, and then pull back into a tall posture position. Eyes can remain shut. We're open, pushing the neck forward, and then pulling back. As you do this, focus on driving the chin towards the center of the room, and then pulling the crown of the head right over the spine. A gentle neck stretch here. We'll do one more. And then as you sit back, you're going to take the chest forward, and then take the chest back, slowly in and out. And nice and slow. We'll do one more here, focusing on really getting the back to open up here as we work into our next stretch, the rhomboid mid-trap stretch. You can take the fingers into the hands, clasp the fingers in front, and then you're going to push away from the body. Now, if the upper back is sore, you can drop those hands to the knees. And then focus on that rounding. There you go. Think about pulling those hands away from the chin. So whether you're out front here or down low, we're making that big oval from the upper back to the fingertips. Continue that belly breathing before, and again, once the shoulders get tired, because they might, this is a long stretch, it's our first deep static stretch. You might choose to just set the hands down, up to you. Either way, whether you're up top or down low, remaining in that circle. If you need to reset by pulling the shoulders back and then extending out, you can. Nice deep breath in and out. One more breath here. Relax. Taking those feet out back into shoulder width position. We're going to release the hands. Big inhale up. Exhale, reaching forward. Bringing the arms back up nice and slow. This is our seated sunflower. We're just working on bringing blood flow to all the tissue here. And we got 2 more. And big reach up on this one. Extend all the way down, nice and slow. Ending up here on the floor. And maybe if it feels more comfortable, hands to knees. Walk the feet a little wider, and then press the hands down if it's comfortable. And our second static stretch of the day, holding here. As we're in this position, we'll see it again. This is our static hip opener stretch. Working on mobility of the hip. We're going to slowly ease into the thigh here. Slowly bringing that hand back up. Sit up tall. You're going to scooch to the edge of your seat, swinging that right foot back behind. Now, how far it goes depends on how your hip feels today, okay? So that foot's going to go back. You're going to lean forward and then slowly press up and away. And as you do this is our seated lunge position here. So we're just rocking back and forth. You may feel a stretch here in the front of the thigh or the hip flexor. And if you're like, no, I'm not feeling it quite yet, maybe just take that toe a little farther back. Up to you on that stretch and how you're feeling. On this next one, bring the chest all the way up. Shoulders come back. We have our proud chest, our shoulders are down and back, chest open. Optional to make this a little deeper is to swing the hands above head into our extended lunge. We'll see something like this a little later, so we warm up the legs and prep them. If this isn't for you, you can bring the hands down to the thigh. Give me one more deep breath here in this position. Sliding that foot forward. Scooch back to the center of the chair. Reset, big inhale up. Come on down. Relaxing those hands, we reset with the hip opener in the center. Letting the hips relax, maybe pushing the knees away from the body towards the sides of the room. Since this is your workout, you really get to choose what the body needs and about how far you go. A reminder, you might be just hands on the knees. Continue to breathe. On your next breath, bringing the chest up nice and slow. Sliding over to the edge of your chair, swinging the left foot back. Once again, it only goes as far as comfortable for you. You're just sitting on the edge of the chair, and I know comfortable is a unique word for this position. So when we're here, another way you can do this is in the center of your chair, pushing back. It's a little bit more comfortable. So that works for you. You're going to lean forward and then push the chest up. Keep breathing nice and slow as we rock forward and back. You might be feeling this into the hip flexor, as deep as the last. So as we kind of work into this next one, you're going to bring the chest up, hold, and then optional, remember you can lift those hands if you want to feel a deeper stretch. Either way, continue to breathe as we hold this position. So we're trying to avoid that connection with the knee on the ground. We're keeping that knee off the ground, pushing the hip forward, and so it's okay to even use our chair for a little support, or if you're sitting in that front position, using the chair here, whatever works for you. And one more nice deep breath here. Relax, bring the foot back up front. Slide to the center of the chair. One final time. Big inhale up. Exhale. Hands come to the ground. The block or the thighs, whichever one feels comfortable for you. Letting the hips relax and recover here. This is our final position here in our warm-up block. So I invite you just to really enjoy this time. Nice deep breaths in and out. And when you're ready, slowly bringing the hands to the top of the knees. And then coming up nice and slow. So coming to our standing position, we work in strength and balance, and you may just slide your chair to the front of your mat and adjust our music just real quick. Maybe. All right. We should be good now. All right, so strength and balance, we're going to see every position about 2 times through. We're going to work on standing balance and strength, and so your chair might be right in front, or you might not be into using your chair at all. First, work on getting the feet firmly placed on the ground. You're going to place the feet down. Big inhale rises the hands above the head. We're in extended mountain pose. Lots of options from here. Number 1, keep the hands up. If you need it, bring the hands down. Even here. Nice deep breath in, deep breath out. One more big deep breath. Exhale, hinge at the hip. Push the hips away. We're in a forward fold position. I'm going to swing my chair to the side for your viewing privileges here. We're going to take our left leg, big step back. From here, a familiar position, optional. Press up with the hands, or bring the hands down to the chair, or hands to hip. We're sinking into this lunge position, reaching up high. Continuing to breathe. You're feeling a burn in the front of the leg here, a stretch in the back of the leg here. And bring those hands down, step forward, all the way up. Nice big relax, stretch back out, and bring the hands down. Now, if that's not for you, hands can be here. The difference is we're here to here. We gave ourselves just a little break to reduce the tension. Holding that position. Continuing to breathe. Left foot steps forward, reaching down into that forward fold position. Continuing to stretch on out. Pushing the hips away from your chair, maybe side to side. I'm going to turn my chair back around while you guys hold that position. Continuing to breathe. Inhale, extended mountain pose. And when we close our eyes and we're in an extended position, this is when we work on balance and equilibrium. So you don't need to, it just makes it harder. And on your next breath, exhale, forward fold. Push the hips away from the chair. Remember, we're kind of working on our straight leg. It's okay if there's a micro bend, but we want to do a nice straight leg. And then work on putting our weight in the back of our foot, into our heel. So we did our left foot first, right? Correct. Now we need to do our right foot. So we're going to take a big healthy step back with that right foot. Push the arms up, bending both knees. So my front leg is bent, my back leg is bent. We're working on the quads in the front here. Hip flexor action on the back, right? Arms are out, so we got balance happening as well. Now remember, there's lots of options as we work into these positions. Maybe we go hands to hip. Maybe we go hands to chair. Maybe we're up nice and close to that chair so it can work with our balance. Which is fine, because as we pop back into our runner stretch, we can work on them. So whichever one you're in, we're front bend, back bend, hands are up, maybe. Big step forward for that relief. Step back, hands come down to the floor, runner stretch, or to the seat of the chair, to the back of the chair, whatever's comfortable for you. And again, I know comfort, interesting words. So that burn is really gonna sink in here into the quads in this set, in the runner stretch. Our goal is to push our hip forward of our back leg, feeling a deep, deep hip flexor stretch on the back leg. We're gonna step forward into figure four, big deep breath in. Step forward, pushing the hips back. Now I'm going to get rid of my chair in this second round because we do it twice. So this is going to be options for you if you want to challenge yourself and make it a little harder. It's up to you. From our forward fold, inhale, extended mountain pose. Now it's only nice if we do it twice, so we got to do it one more round per side. Extend it up. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Hold it here. If you're wanting to challenge yourself, but the floor is still far away, we can go to the shins or our block. Or maybe widen your feet, up to you. So again, we're starting with that left foot. We're going to take our step back. Arms come up, working on that lunge position. Both knees are bent. We've got our front knee bent, our back knee bent. Our hips are shooting forward. So even though we have weight in our back foot, we still have a lot of our weight in our front foot. And really pull through. This time I'm going to try something a little different with you. So when we transition from this lunge position to our runner stretch, we're going to look a little different. Instead of stepping, we don't get that break. Stretch out that back leg nice and straight. Reach the hands down. Yeah. Feeling that hip release as you're leaned forward. You can bring the hands into the instep, get even deeper into the stretch if that's what you'd like to do. But remember, there's lots of options. If the hands are on the instep, we're going to prepare for our forward fold. Bringing those hands out front. Taking that left foot, big step forward. Hold. Take this time to recover. That leg should start feeling loosened up now at this point. Press off the floor, inhale up. Extended mountain. This is our transition point. We know that there's one more side to go. Catch your breath. Feeling the temperature really warming up now at this point. Release down. Forward fold. Only a couple more times of our forward fold, feeling that deep stretch through the back of the legs, and maybe we're a bit straighter, and we'll be starting. So we're onto our right side now. Right big step back. Swing the hands up, bend both knees, sinking into that lunge position. So a reminder, we've got weight in our front foot. We've got weight into our back foot. We're driving our hips just right down into the center fold here. Chest is proud. We're trying not to lean forward into this hip, but right in the middle, keeping the chest up vertical. Whether the hands are up or down, your choice, remember, we're keeping that chest upright. Can you get a little lower? Feeling the shaky shake. And remember, we'll try something different, just like we did on the other side. We're gonna straighten that back leg. Ah, sweet relief, right? Swing the hands down. Weight is forward, maybe coming into the instep, sinking lower, or letting that knee support the chest. Hands can be on the floor, on the chair, lots of options. We're feeling the burn. Couple more big deep breaths in this position. A big step forward, forward fold. Keep holding your breath here, in and out, with the same pattern, holding to the same pattern as the very beginning. Inhale and exhale. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time, rise up. I know what you're thinking. We made it. Strength and balance is done. But we have one more pattern for you. Bringing the chair back, just for our viewing again. We're going to be behind our chair. All right, behind our chair. I'm going to come off to the side. This is our compass balance. So we're going to lift our foot out front. Swing it to the side. Take it to the back. And then push through across. And let's do that again. Nice and slow. Now here's the trick. Can you remove the hands as you push through? Good. One more time. Lift. So you'll see lots of options. Maybe you curl, and maybe you just step, your choice. Finish in the front. Set it down, slide to the other side. So get that balance first. Straight leg lift. to the side, to the reverse, and to the cross. Optional, just a reminder, you can bend the knee. And how high the hip goes depends on how the hip's feeling, okay? So as we work on this, even if you're in that straight leg challenge, the foot is only going to come as high as the hip will allow it. You don't need to push it. And last one. Lift out and cross. And return back. Wiggle the hips. Release and relax. Now, if you're coming back to your seat, that's totally fine. We work in the reconditioning. If you're not using this seat, we'll make our way towards the floor. Sitting the hips back. Take those feet nice and wide to the side. We're going to gently drop and then rock side to side. Nice and slow. So we loosen up our hips. We work on reconditioning. We're relaxing the tissue, recovering the body. And we're going to move into our left leg forward first. So left leg front. We're going to take our foot back. Now, if this doesn't work for you, turn sideways into this 90-90 position. It's okay to just keep that leg bent here. And if you're in the chair, I'll show you an option in just a second. So we're starting at 90-90 over the shin. So reaching over the shin. Now in the chair, you can be in a figure 4, optional, and leaning over, or keep that foot on the floor and ground it. Depending on where you're at, if we're in this position, we're going to take our weight and shift it over our knee, changing the way that stretch feels a little bit better. Deep breath in and out. Keep holding, almost there. Coming back to the front. Shifting all the way up. Relax and recover as much as possible as we switch sides. Left side now. Remember those options. And if you're in the chair, maybe figure 4. We're going to start chest up right over the shin. And you can bring the hands on the block if that's more comfortable, and you can even bring the hands over the sides. Remember, if you need that foot bent or even out, up to you. Lots of options here. Walking the hand over the knee now. Holding here. Good, a little bit longer. Walking it back. Stretch the feet out wide. Wide hamstring stretch, starting on the left side. So we might just be chest upright and then reach over. We might even just tilt the shoulder. You're going to kind of have to do what feels right for you. And keep holding here. And just like the lyric here, don't give up on me yet. Driving the chest forward, we're going to reach over. And one more, finishing on the right side, right stretch. And hold here. It's kind of our mixing bowl, low back release stretch. And keep reaching towards that foot. You can grab the thigh too if that's more comfortable. Holding here. One more time here, both ways. Reach, 1, 2. On 3, we hold. Reach forward, hold. You can point the toe away or up to the ceiling to change that stretch. Good, keep that hold. This is our long, long hold here. Good, switching sides. Good, 3, hold. And you might feel this in the low back. You might feel this in the back of the leg. Back here. Walking those hands back to the center. Bring the knees up. And familiar position. Right back at the top. We're going to rinse and repeat. Just do each one of those things one more time through. Nice and slow with this hinge. Drop down. And switching sides this time. Right in front. Bringing that left behind. Reaching over the shin. You're going to feel this into the hip. And as we start relaxing and recovering into our breath, that tissue starts relaxing as well. So you might find that you can reach a little further. Walk the hands over the knee. Optional to drop down. It's stretching back, swinging that back foot around, switching sides one last time. The chest is upright, walking the hands over the shin. Keep in mind the options that I showed earlier, whether you're in the chair or on the floor. Keep on breathing. Walk over the knee. Optional, drop down. Keep holding that position. Letting the hip relax and recover. And reaching up, walking back to the center. Swing those feet out front. One more time, do that hamstring stretch. Reaching towards our left foot. Try to turn the chest towards that knee. And now as we do this SI joint, we're kind of like our Frankenstein move. We're going to reach the hands across the body and maybe make it a little deeper. On 3, we hold. Good. Continue to hold here, feeling that release in the back of the legs. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And 3, stretch. Reach, reach. 3, hold. And one more time, we'll hit the other side. Big reach here. This is the last time we do it. And a hold here. You guys are looking really good. Walk those hands back into the center. Relax the legs as we move into our final resting pose. We'll help you find a position that feels comfortable for you. So whether you're lying down flat on the floor, or maybe you're seated, it's up to you. We find a position in which our body can totally relax and recover. Maybe the feet are up on the chair, maybe the head's on a block. In any position, we soften the eyes and relax the breath. Inhale and exhale nice and slow. When we're in these positions, a lot of times we work the body really hard. We push it to the stretching point. And while that provides us a muscular fatigue, it also provides us a neural fatigue. So as we work through reconditioning and we relax the body all the way in our final resting pose, I invite you to quiet the mind. Push away any negative thoughts that you may have. Each exhale, let the body relax even deeper into the floor. Imagine the muscles melting away. Continuing to inhale and exhale.